Welcome back to Hydrohaven, Soil Revival Specialists. June presents the perfect opportunity to transform lifeless, compacted soil into thriving, growing medium using nature's most powerful soil rehabilitation plants. After watching countless gardeners struggle with dead zones in their yards, I've identified 5 incredible plants that work like biological bulldozers, breaking through hardpan, adding organic matter, and rebuilding soil structure when planted during June's optimal growing conditions. These aren't just cover crops, they're soil transformation specialists that will have your dead dirt supporting abundant plant life by season's end. Plant number 1. Crimson Clover, the Nitrogen Factory. Crimson Clover stands as the ultimate soil revival champion, combining aggressive growth with nitrogen-fixing capabilities that literally feed your soil while breaking up compacted layers. This remarkable legume establishes quickly in June's warm soil conditions and creates a dense root system that penetrates hardpan like nature's own rototiller. The secret to Crimson Clover's soil-building power lies in its partnership with rhizobia bacteria that form nodules along its roots. These microscopic allies capture atmospheric nitrogen and convert it into forms that plants can use, essentially manufacturing fertilizer directly in your soil. When Crimson Clover decomposes, it releases this stored nitrogen along with substantial organic matter that feeds beneficial soil microorganisms for months afterward. Planting Crimson Clover in June requires minimal soil preparation, making it perfect for areas where traditional cultivation might be impossible. Simply scatter seeds at a rate of about 2 ounces per 100 square feet over your dead soil area. Rake lightly to ensure soil contact, and water thoroughly. The seeds germinate rapidly in warm June conditions, establishing a thick stand that suppresses weeds while building soil biology. The root system development is where Crimson Clover truly shines for soil rehabilitation. Its taproot can penetrate compacted soil layers up to 3 feet deep, creating channels that improve drainage and allow air infiltration. These root channels remain after the plant decomposes, providing permanent soil structure improvements that benefit future plantings. The extensive fibrous root network near the surface adds substantial organic matter when decomposed, improving soil texture and water retention capacity. Plant number 2, Tillage Radish, the biological subsoiler. Tillage radish, also known as forage radish or oilseed radish, performs soil rehabilitation tasks that would normally require heavy machinery. This powerful brassica develops massive taproots that can extend 4 feet deep, literally boring through hardpan layers while scavenging nutrients from deep soil horizons and bringing them to the surface. June planting allows tillage radish to establish during optimal growing conditions, developing its characteristic thick, fleshy taproot before summer heat stress sets in. The plant's rapid growth rate means visible soil improvement begins within weeks of planting, making it perfect for gardeners who want to see immediate progress in their soil rehabilitation efforts. The soil-penetrating power of tillage radish comes from its ability to exert tremendous pressure through its expanding taproot. As the root grows, it physically fractures compacted soil layers, creating deep channels that improve water infiltration and root penetration for future crops. These channels can increase water infiltration rates by 200 to 300% in heavily compacted soils. What makes tillage radish particularly valuable is its scavenging ability. The deep roots access nutrients that have leached below the normal root zone, bringing potassium, phosphorus, and trace minerals back to the surface soil layers where they become available to shallow-rooted plants. When the radish decomposes, these scavenged nutrients are released in forms that other plants can immediately utilize. Plant tillage radish by broadcasting seeds at half a pound per 1,000 square feet, then rake to ensure good soil contact. The large seeds establish easily even in poor soil conditions, and the fast germination provides quick soil coverage that prevents erosion while the roots begin their subsoiling work. Plant number 3, Buckwheat, the quick fix specialist. Buckwheat serves as the rapid response specialist for dead soil rehabilitation, establishing faster than any other soil building plant, while providing immediate benefits that create favorable conditions for long-term soil improvement. This remarkable pseudo-cereal germinates in just 3 to 5 days and reaches full canopy coverage within 4 weeks of June planting. The magic of buckwheat lies in its ability to mobilize phosphorus from soil compounds that other plants cannot access. Its root system produces organic acids that dissolve phosphorus-bearing minerals, making this essential nutrient available not only to the buckwheat itself, but also to plants that follow in the rotation. This phosphorus mobilization is particularly valuable in older soils, where phosphorus has become tied up in unavailable forms. Buckwheat's soil improvement extends beyond nutrient mobilization to include rapid organic matter production and soil biology enhancement. The plant produces substantial above-ground biomass in its short 70-day growing cycle, providing significant organic matter input when incorporated into the soil. The flowers attract beneficial insects while the roots support diverse soil microbiology that continues benefiting soil health long after the buckwheat decomposes. The fine fibrous root system of buckwheat creates ideal soil structure in the upper soil layers, improving aggregation and pore space development. Unlike deep-rooted plants that focus on subsoil improvement, buckwheat concentrates its efforts in the critical surface layers where most plant roots operate, creating immediate improvements in soil tilth and seedbed preparation. Planting buckwheat requires minimal effort but maximum timing precision. Scatter seeds at 50 to 60 pounds per acre in mid-June, rake lightly, and maintain moisture until establishment. The rapid growth means weed suppression begins almost immediately, while the extensive flowering provides pollinator habitat that supports overall garden ecosystem health. Plant number 4, Austrian winter peas, the cool season powerhouse. Austrian winter peas bring exceptional nitrogen-fixing capacity combined with cold tolerance that extends the soil-building season well beyond other legumes. June planting allows these vigorous climbers to establish strong root systems before directing energy toward nitrogen fixation and biomass production that continues through fall and winter in many climates. The nitrogen-fixing capability of Austrian winter peas exceeds most other legumes, with established stands capable of fixing 150 to 200 pounds of nitrogen per acre. This biological nitrogen production reduces fertilizer requirements for subsequent crops while building soil organic matter through the decomposition of nitrogen-rich plant tissues. The extended growing season means more total nitrogen fixation compared to shorter season alternatives. Austrian winter peas develop both taproot and extensive lateral root systems that improve soil structure at multiple depths. The climbing growth habit allows these peas to produce exceptional amounts of above-ground biomass without requiring additional space, making them ideal for small-scale soil rehabilitation projects where maximizing biomass production per square foot is important. The soil biology benefits extend beyond nitrogen fixation to include mycorrhizal enhancement and beneficial bacteria proliferation. The pea roots form partnerships with multiple soil organisms, creating biological diversity that improves nutrient cycling and disease suppression for future plantings. This biological legacy persists long after the peas decompose, providing ongoing soil health benefits. Plant Austrian winter peas at 60 to 90 pounds per acre, depending on whether you're planting pure stands or mixing with other soil-building species. The large seeds establish reliably even in poor soil conditions, and the vigorous early growth quickly provides soil coverage and weed suppression while the nitrogen-fixing process begins. Plant number 5, Sorghum Sudan grass, the biomass champion. Sorghum Sudan grass hybrid combines the massive biomass production of sorghum with the fine stems and rapid regrowth of Sudan grass, creating the ultimate organic matter production system for dead soil rehabilitation. June planting captures the full growing season potential, allowing this warm season grass to produce enormous quantities of both above and below ground organic matter. The root system of Sorghum Sudan grass is perhaps the most impressive aspect of its soil building capability. Dense, fibrous roots extend 6 feet deep, while creating a web of fine roots throughout the upper soil profile. This extensive root system adds substantial organic matter when decomposed, while creating millions of channels that improve soil structure and water infiltration capacity. Above-ground biomass production can exceed 10 tons per acre in favorable conditions, providing massive amounts of organic matter for soil incorporation. The high carbon content of this biomass improves soil structure when decomposed while feeding soil microorganisms that drive nutrient cycling processes. The tall growth also provides excellent weed suppression and erosion control during the rehabilitation process. The allelopathic properties of Sorghum Sudan grass provide natural weed control that continues even after the crop is terminated. Root exudates suppress germination of many weed species, creating cleaner conditions for establishing subsequent crops or permanent plantings. This biological weed control reduces management requirements while improving long-term soil health outcomes. Plant Sorghum Sudan grass at 25 to 35 pounds per acre using a drill or broadcast seeder, ensuring good soil contact for optimal germination. The rapid establishment and aggressive growth quickly provide soil coverage and begin the intensive soil building process that transforms dead soil into productive growing medium. Maximizing your soil revival strategy. Success with these soil-building plants requires understanding how to combine their individual strengths into comprehensive soil rehabilitation programs. Mixing species creates complementary benefits that exceed what any single plant can provide, while sequential plantings extend the soil-building season and maximize organic matter inputs. Consider combining nitrogen-fixing legumes with deep-rooted brassicas and high-biomass grasses to address multiple soil limitations simultaneously. The legumes provide nitrogen, the brassicas break up compaction and scavenge nutrients, while the grasses add massive amounts of organic matter and improve soil structure. Timing termination and incorporation strategies determines how effectively these plants transfer their soil-building benefits to your permanent plantings. Allow adequate time for root development and biomass accumulation before terminating, but avoid letting plants go to seed unless you want volunteer plants in subsequent seasons. Your next steps to soil transformation. These 5 plants represent nature's most powerful tools for transforming dead soil into thriving, growing medium, but success depends on matching the right plants to your specific soil conditions and management capabilities. Start with 1 or 2 species to gain experience before attempting complex mixtures, and document your results to refine your approach over time. The investment in soil-building plants pays dividends for years through improved soil structure, enhanced nutrient cycling, and reduced input requirements for future crops. Think of June planting as an investment in your soil's future productivity rather than just a single season's cover crop strategy. Ready to transform your dead soil using these powerful plants? Share this guide with fellow gardeners who are struggling with soil problems, and don't forget to subscribe to Hydrohaven for more soil rehabilitation strategies that actually work. Drop a comment below sharing which soil-building plants have worked best in your garden. I love hearing success stories from our soil-building community.